Hey guys, what's going on? It's Twintuitive717. I am back with another reading, guys. Hanging with my little sidekick, Mega Good Vibes. And we're on to share a specific message, okay? It's through a song Synchronicity, and I haven't heard this song in like ages, but it's a 112 song. And I can't remember what it's called, but I just kept hearing that line over and over and over again in my head. And it goes, I'm sorry I lied to you, but I'm not sorry that I fell deep in love with her. And they're like, so baby, do what you gotta do. So I don't know who this is for, but I feel like that's the energy here that's coming out, okay? Like someone's divine masculine's like, I'm sorry that I lied, but I'm not sorry I fell in love with this person. Like, there's a lot of you out there who are going to be attracted to this reading, and your intuition is correct that there is an ending that's happening, okay? But it's coming from this place of like being unapologetic about the connection with you. Like, whoever's listening, this person is being like unapologetic about the connection that they have with you. It's like it doesn't matter what kind of chaos it's currently causing. They're not, I feel like this is a masculine who's like, listen, like I'm not going to apologize for feeling what I feel for someone. Like, if I feel this way, I feel this way. Okay, so like you guys could be at a distance right now, but I feel like if your masculines are quiet, it's because they're like taking care of business in a sense. Okay, so like I just want to get like how they're feeling towards you right now, because like I'm getting this like also this feeling of like being pleasantly surprised that they're coming out and saying that. Okay, like they're pleasantly surprised at themselves. All right. Yeah, I told you guys, they're telling somebody, I'm sorry I lied to you, but I'm not sorry that I fell deep in love with this person. Like, I can't help it. They're cutting ties with someone, okay? And I feel like it's the right thing to do. I feel like I'm getting someone who like I want to do like this big like okay, so it might be like someone's like really let something off of their chest here. Okay, like this connection between the two of you is coming out in the open. But I feel like your masculine is doing this because they know that it's the right thing to do. I'm also like picking up on a masculine who like they're not going to stress themselves out. Like they would rather be honest with the person that they're with. And this is part of the reason that they're laying low. And many of you may intuitively feel this, but at times, like, you might still watch the tarot readings to kind of be like, what the heck is going on? Like, they've just kind of gone silent. And then many of you might know or intuitively feel like something's up in, like, the department of, like, you know, their own personal life. And I feel like that's what's happening, because that's the song message that I'm getting. Like, I see someone pleading to someone, kind of like in this card, like, I'm sorry. And they're kind of both looking off into the distance here, right? And I feel like that's this masculine's way of like kind of showing them like I'm sorry, but it's like I'm looking off at like whoever's listening to this reading, it's like they're looking off at you. You know, they're sorry to cut ties like this, but they can't help the way that they feel. Okay? And you two are very mature, like two people who are very mature as well. Like I feel like you also, whoever's watching this, like you're also a very, very mature person, okay? But this is coming out in the open. I don't know like how the other person's energy is going to handle this. You could feel watched. You could feel this energy of being like kind of like investigated or being looked into, because again someone is being honest, like I'm sorry, but it's like I'm in love with this person here might be asking like, who is this, like where did you meet them? And I feel like your masculine's being very honest, so someone may be like looking into you. Okay, a lot of you guys might feel this intuitively, you know, when you're on like social media and you have like people who are suggested friends. I feel like many of you have a very keen intuition on who pops up in those departments, and many of you know for a fact that people are watching you. Okay, but I feel like that's happening because it's just like a curiosity. Okay, like a curiosity of like, whoa, like who is this that came in and kind of caused this bit of disruption or upheaval. Okay, let's see what else is going on here. Oh, we have this one coming out again. Very interesting. It could be that some of you, because I'm hearing the word, some of them aren't so mature. And that for some of your masculines, it could be like a very dramatic, listen, I'm sorry, but I love this person. This card tells me here that some of your masculines, and some of you may also intuitively feel this, but like there's a lot of chaos that's coming. Okay, this could be those of you who you may not feel like you're just kind of being watched, but it's like for those of you who kind of are getting this like frustrated energy, people are watching you, you could feel like that energetic type of like attack, like in your energetic field. You guys know exactly what I'm talking about. You start feeling sick, you start feeling a little bit dazed. That could be like some of you as well, on the journey. Okay, so you could have on one end some masculines who are having some mature conversations around this, and it's kind of coming out in the open, and then for some of you, you might have masculines who are bringing this out in the open, and it is not going over so well. Okay, it is not going over so well in terms of that truth and like being as blunt and honest as they are. It might be like hurting somebody else really badly, or they might be hurting someone who isn't really like as understanding. Okay, and that's maybe why that spiritual energy comes up, the attack, because it's like jealousy and like envy and all of that kind of thing focused towards you. We also have the Ten of Cups here coming up as well, and I think that the reason a lot of this truth here is coming out is because 10 is a powerful energy of like completion, feeling fulfilled, and like that fulfilled energy has a lot to do with why you two met. Okay, if you're watching this reading, I feel like you are like this feminine energy that you've entered into this masculine's life, and it's like something has clicked where it's like like honesty. Okay, you may be teaching them lessons of honesty, like coming forward, standing up for themselves. Like this collective of masculines here, I feel like your presence in their life, you're teaching them to stand up against a feminine that may be very toxic. Okay, because it's like your presence might give them a glimpse as to what like true femininity and softness is, and then they could be dealing with someone who it's like now they're starting to make sense of like karmic situations, like why this person entered their life, and it's to teach them a lesson. And then we have another collective of masculines here where it's like just continuing that path of being upfront, and being honest and having mature conversations, like allowing themselves to cut ties, continue on in that emperor energy. And then you have some masculines here who it's about time they step in to that masculine emperor energy. Okay, it's like their intuition too, I feel, is really, really pushing them in all kinds of different directions here, whoever this collective of masculines are. It's like they know what the right thing to do is. Now they just have to execute it. It's like the love that they feel for you. It's like, yeah, they feel it. It's beautiful. It's intense. But man, is it stirring up a lot of chaos. But I feel like that's, it's kind of what the journey is about. It kind of brings things to light that we might have missed or we're not paying attention to. And I feel like that's what you're doing right now. Okay, but somebody is feeling unapologetically in love with you, and it's coming out. I feel like it's that part of their journey where it's like they can't hide it anymore. Like some of you have masculines right now in situations where like their partners are like, who is she? He or she, whoever's watching the reading, and you resonate with that feminine energy. But I feel like that's what's being asked right now. Like, who is this person? Like, are you, like, why are you all of a sudden making this decision? Because this could be the one, right? They're not, and that's why I was feeling earlier with this card, like this, they're not willing to like make themselves unhappy or sacrifice themselves. They would rather be honest. Okay, this could be the one, and they don't need to know anything else. They know that they just need to be honest with the person that they're with. And I think I have this in a card somewhere, but make themselves available to pursue you. That is what this masculine is focused on. Okay, past life relationship, and this could be the one. We have pay attention to the red flags as well. And again, that's going to be, I feel, for these masculines here who are having to stand up against like toxic feminine energy. Okay, very overpowering, manipulative, just really like abusing the feminine energy for all of its power. And now you've come into the picture, and I feel that whether you know it or not, it's giving this masculine some type of strength here to do this. Okay, and that's kind of like your purpose here. You're here to help them fulfill or complete or accomplish something. Okay, and I feel like it has to do with like integrity, standing up for yourself, like choosing your own path. I'm sorry I lied, but I'm not sorry that I fell in love with this person. Like I feel when like some of your masculines are really standing up for themselves right now. Okay? And I think that many of you like who are watching this reading, you guys are just like hush hush because you are just letting the cards fall where they may. Okay, but this person recognizes you. I feel like past life relationship says that they recognize the lesson behind it. Okay, and I feel like for many of them, it is being completely honest and upfront. And I do feel like you two are at a distance right now, and until this person can master this lesson of honesty, there's always going to be some kind of rift between you two, always some kind of hiccup that ends up getting in the way. Okay, and I think that it kind of stems into helping many of us heal from those third party situations. I feel like a lot of us, very early on in our journey might have like taken part in that because you feel like, oh, it's my twin flame, it's my masculine, it's my feminine, and you just want to connect somehow. But I feel like for a lot of the masculine collective, and because I think the feminines have learned this lesson, but I feel like many masculines are learning this now as well. It's like it's time to be honest. There's no doing this connection in secret, because a lot of you in the feminine energy, their counterpart, you've outgrown that, right? It's like you're not aligned with that path anymore, because once you start to ascend, you will continue to feel like you just have to go through with doing the right thing, doing things the right and honest way. And so I feel like because many of you are at a distance, it's kind of like frustrating this person. It's like now that frustration has turned into wanting to take a stand and like get themselves free. And I keep hearing available to pursue you. But first, with the scissors there, they need to kind of make the appropriate, like they need to cut the appropriate like ties, or cut ties with people who, the connection there, it's just, it's fizzled out. It's done with. They're recognizing and opening up their eyes to the lesson. And another thing too I want to add to that is the reason that they're wanting to be honest is because like if they like what they feel for you, they can't feel it for anybody else. Okay, they can't, I think I shared this in a previous reading, but they can't find satisfaction in other relationships. So if they are currently in one and then they've experienced this connection with you, and I feel like they experienced this connection with you and it just happened by fate, like by chance, where it's like you two just laid eyes upon one another, and it's like, how can two people help the way they feel, right? It is literally like Cupid taking an arrow and striking you guys, and it's like you look at one another and it's like, like your hearts just kind of connect in that way, and it's like you two didn't ask for this. It's like you didn't ask for it, it just happened the way that it happened, but you still are being guided to go about doing things in the right way. And I feel like that's the point where your masculines are at right now. Okay, it's like, I'm sorry I've lied to you all this time, but now it's time I be honest. Like, I'm not sorry I'm in love with this person. Okay, and that's that past life relationship. It's like maybe many cycles have repeated in the past for you too. It's like your masculine, and whoever's karmics are involved, it's like your energies feel so familiar. It's like you guys have done this before, but I feel like what's being done differently this time is your masculine's actually coming forward and being honest. All right, guys, so I don't know who that was for. I hope you guys have enjoyed. Take it easy, and me and this saucy little sidekick will catch you in the next one, okay? Bye, guys.